I think I'm live. I don't know how many people gonna come in here, so I'm not gonna really wait before I get started. Um, so this is actually only my second time doing a vertical live, and it's just because it's gonna be really hopefully really short what I have to say. Um I I don't understand I don't understand black people, but then it's like I'm not even. I gave up on trying to understand black men, but at this point, it's like I really don't understand um black women um because it just seems like Groundhog Day every day. It's the same thing, and I just wonder, do y'all not get tired of like arguing with black men or trying to convince black men, to do something that they already know that they should be doing? It's like, don't y'all get tired of trying to make them into something that they're not? Um, don't y'all get tired? Like, what at this point is like, what are y'all getting out of it? That's what I want to know. Like, what are y'all getting out of it? Like, there's more to life than like going back and forth with these niggas and trying to get them to act right. You can't get them to act right. You're not going to get them to act right. It's not in them. And I am generalizing, and I'm going to generalize in this video with this live, um just to make my point. But I don't have anything against black men that are doing what they're supposed to do, being productive, taking care of their family and things like that. I don't that's not what um I'm not talking about those kind of people, and I know that they exist. But I just feel like black women a lot of times set themselves up, for struggle and disappointment, because by this time we know what we're dealing with. um and I'm just trying to see at this point, what are y'all even, what y'all purpose even is at this point, you know because it's the same, it's always the same old shit. It's always, oh, child support, or um whatever, you know what I mean? It's just always some stupid shit, because it's like, how many times do you have to explain child support is for the care of your child? Like, how many times do you have to say that? And it's like, why I feel like black men, I honestly feel like they, first of all, they try to pretend like they're better than black women, but it seems like a lot of time they're competing with black women, and what I mean by that is, um a person shouldn't have a problem with paying child support for their own child, but it's like you want so bad for her to not get over on you. You know what I'm saying? You want so bad to not get the short end of the stick that you're willing to, I mean, and you shouldn't think of having a family like that. That's not how you should think of your family. That's not how you should think of your child. That's not how you should think of the woman that's taking care of your child. I was watching another live, it's been going on for a few hours, and somebody said that there was some man, even though when his relationship didn't work out, he made sure that the house was paid off, and he gave the woman like $250,000 or something like that. Obviously he has money to be able to do that. But my thing is this: why would you why would you want your child living the struggle life if they don't have to? Is it like, are you in that much competition with a woman that you have to make sure that like she's not doing better than you, or that she's not on your level? Like, what is that about? And I think that taking care of your family, first of all, wanting a family and taking care of a family, that's a matter of pride. And if you don't have pride, that's not something that you're gonna be able to do. Or that's not something that you're gonna care to do. Um, you know, eh, and I'm just gonna say it like this: like, these black men, and I'm generalizing, I'm not talking about all, I'm just talking about like in general, they don't like their kids, they don't like you, they look at you as the enemy. They look at you as like coming between them and what they want. They look at their kids as a burden. They look at um they look at taking care of their kids as a punishment or something vindictive. And I just wonder, like, why y'all keep complaining about the same thing, but yet y'all keep having kids with them. That's what I don't understand. That's what I don't understand. And somebody said something, Candy Cane, she said something that I really did appreciate. She said, if you're going to decide to have a kid, make sure that you're able to take care of it yourself. And that sounds messed up, right? But at this point, people should know that you're not going to necessarily be able to depend on these men. So if you just want a child so much, okay, fine. Yeah, have a child. But have a child because you want a child. Don't have a child because it was a mistake. Hey, Miss Queen Sunkiss, good to see you. Don't have a child because you were being careless. Don't have a child because you want to always have a part of him. Don't have a child because you just want a little mini me or whatever you want to dress it up, because you're going to be back here tomorrow, the next day, the next day, the next day, complaining about why this nigga don't want to come see his kid, why he don't want to take him nowhere, why he complain about child support, why you got to beg him like to do something for his child. And it's like, by this time y'all already know, like, this has been going on since the 80s or before. The whole 80s, y'all saw that these niggas was not trying to do right, but yet the 90s came, the 2000s came, the 2010s came, the 2020s came, and y'all still doing the same shit. And I don't understand, like, why do that to yourself? Like, why? um it's just making your life harder. And I just feel like there's more to life than you having kids that you can't take care of and that he's bitter about. There's more to fucking life. Like, imagine, um you know I don't know. I'm trying to use an analogy, but just imagine, like, you're walking up the stairs, and then you like fall down the stairs, and then you have to get up and start walking again just to get back to where you were before. And I feel like I don't have a problem with children. I don't have a problem with people having children. But what I'm saying is, um, people will put themselves in a position and make their life harder and make their life less full and less fulfilling. Um, it's like you're creating a problem that you now have to solve. Do you see what I mean? Because if you didn't actually have this kid by this person that you should have known was a piece of shit, then you wouldn't be like in a bind trying to figure out how you're going to pay for this, how you're going to pay for that, or is this person going to have a father figure, blah, blah, blah. What was the purpose? What was the purpose? But this is the thing, Miss Queen Sunkiss. You said if he on child support, ain't no reason to complain. I mean, it just depends on why you had a child and what you want out of it. But the thing is, it's like, if you're gonna have a child by somebody where all you want out of them is child support, that okay, that's one thing. But I mean, do if you actually want a child, like, for traditional reasons, like as far as wanting a family and stuff like that with somebody else, why choose somebody that you have to convince, you know to take care of the child? Why choose somebody that you have to convince that, hey, well, even though we're not together, this child is still your responsibility? Or somebody that you have to convince, like, hey, just because I'm doing something nice for myself and you're paying child support, that doesn't mean it's your money that I'm using for this. So, like, you see what I'm saying? Because everything is always so antagonistic. Hey, Zero, thank you for coming by. Yeah, I just feel like when it comes to black relationships, everything is so antagonistic. It's like everybody's trying to figure out what they can get from the other. You see what I mean? Like, and when I say everybody, I'm really talking about black men. You know, it shouldn't be like that. Like, I'm just tired of black men calling themselves being in competition with black women, or feeling like they got something to prove. And then crying about like not being able to lead. You can't lead somebody when you're in competition with them. You can't lead somebody when you pocket watching. You can't lead when you just, the only thing that you concerned about is make sure that they don't get over, or that any money that you provide is not doing anything to enrich her life or to make her happy. You see what I mean? That's your child's mother. That's your child's mother. Why do you want your child to be in a situation where the mother is struggling? It doesn't make sense. And I just need Black women to learn, like, and I'm generalizing, I'm gonna say it again, not all, but I'm just seeing like, what is it gonna take for y'all to figure out that they don't like you like that? They do not like you like that. They do not like their kids. So at this point, I have to agree with a lot of these guys. If y'all gonna keep doing it, who else can you blame? Who else can you blame? You don't have to do this shit. Like, you don't have to do it, but y'all keep doing it. Why? And the stupid part about it is, every week, and this ain't no shade to nobody, but it's like every week we talking about the same shit. Some problem in a relationship. And my thing is, and it's always involving kids. You know what I mean? It's never just, oh, you know dating and blah blah blah. It's always something about, oh, well, this is the situation with the kids, and how are we gonna fix this. And it just makes me feel like I said, if you weren't dealing with this, there would be so much else that you would be able to do. And like I said, I don't think anything's gonna change anytime soon. Hey, hey Candy, thank you for coming by. I was saying that I loved when you said that if you're gonna plan to have a child, make sure that you can take care of that child on your own. Because you never know. You never know. And the thing is, like, you should be able to depend on, like, your mate. You should be able to depend on the child's father, but that's just not the community that we're living in. And if you choose to get pregnant by one of these dusty ass niggas, I shouldn't hear no crying 4, 5, 6, 7 years from now, because he's doing exactly what you knew what he was gonna do. He's doing what you knew he was gonna do. So what's the problem? Like, at this point, what's the problem? And I had to agree with 18 letter. 18, and I don't usually agree with him. But he said, y'all act like the guy just one day just got up and decided to walk away. He said, y'all act like y'all went to bed with Barack Obama and woke up with DMX. And I had to say, that was some real shit. Because if you fucking with somebody, this nigga ain't shit. It's just like, do y'all just do this shit to have something to do? You know how like some people like arguing, some people like drama. Is that why y'all doing this shit? Like, exactly what's gonna happen, but you're still doing it anyway. So you want to spend your time every week. I don't know. Yo, I don't understand. And the thing is, like, it don't have shit to do with me. So it's like, I don't care like that. I'm just tired of hearing about the shit. People can talk about what they want to talk about, but I'm just like, y'all not learning anything. Y'all keep having these conversations and y'all not learning anything. The bottom line is, these niggas don't like y'all like that. They don't take any pride in their kids. They don't like their kids like that. Um, they don't. They would rather take care of their fucking car than they take care of their damn child. You see what I'm saying? They don't look at it as a part of them. Um, they I was watching a panel, and like I said, it's nothing against those people that was talking about that. It's just, I don't know, maybe something wrong with me, y'all. Is it me? Is it me? Like, am I supposed to be doing that? Like, am I supposed to be going out and having kids and fighting with a nigga over child support? Is that what I'm supposed to be doing at this point in my life? Am I supposed to be arguing with a nigga about why he don't want to come see his child? Is that like just a rite of passage in the life of a Black woman? I don't get it. Um, and this the thing. I'm not anti-marriage. I'm not anti-relationship. I'm not anti-children. If you actually meet somebody that's decent, then that's different. Yeah, there are some decent men out here. I mean, a lot of them have a fatal flaw, but I mean, it's up to you if you want to take that chance. But I'm saying, y'all fucking with people that y'all know ain't shit. And you know they ain't shit. So I mean, like I said, why kick yourself or trip yourself so that you falling back down the stairs and then you spending a large part of your life just trying to get back to where you were before. So like for example, if you on here, and like I said, I'm not shaming anybody for talking about like relationships or talking about kids and stuff like that. But like I said, it gets tiresome, and at a certain point, I just feel like it's small minded because it's like, if let's just say you didn't have these issues, what else could you be talking about? You know what I mean? You would be able to actually be talking about like something progressive. You could be learning something. You could be expanding your world in some type of way. But since y'all all have this in common, is that y'all got a child, and you or children, and you got a baby daddy that ain't shit, that don't want to do shit for his kids, that looks at you like you're the enemy. So now y'all all got to fix this problem. Um uh exactly, Brownie. And that's what I'm saying. It's like I don't understand. I just feel like, yeah, there are some red pill white men. Yeah, there are. But I just feel like, if you mad to see your baby mama with her hair done, something ain't right. Something ain't fucking right, because you as a man, as you would think, as just as a matter of pride, you would want to be able to say that your baby mama is not wanting for shit. But like I said, they want to give the bare fucking minimum. Like, have y'all seen this? Well, okay, I'm gonna get started with all these analogies, but there's this story. I think it's called like the code calculations or something like that, something like that. But basically, this girl, she snuck onto a spaceship because she was trying to go see her brother or something. It was like sci-fi, I guess. But the people that were on the spaceship, they could tell that the air was like running out or something like that, or if they was running out of fuel faster than they should, because they gave them like the exact amount that they needed. You know, to get where they were going. So the long story short, they had to end up kicking the girl out of the spaceship, into space, because if they didn't, then they weren't going to make it to their destination. They were going to run out of air, they were going to run out of fuel. And that's what I feel like it is. It's like these niggas want to make sure you don't have an extra fucking dollar. You see what I'm saying? They want to make sure that there's no change. You know what I'm saying? Like, they'll never be like, okay, keep the change. And it's like, what? Do you hate her that much? Like, do y'all just hate y'all baby mamas that much? And why, if this is how they feel about y'all, why do y'all keep doing it? That's what I don't understand. Why do y'all keep doing it? What are y'all getting out of it? I mean, I don't even have nothing else to say at this point. Um, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I just hate the fact that like the baby mama, baby daddy struggle is normalized. I just, I hate that y'all will deal with people that hate y'all, and people that hate their kids. Um, I just, like I said, if a person doesn't have pride, they're not going to care about their family, because caring about your family is an expression of pride. Um, um, and they don't have any sympathy for you, they don't have any empathy for you. They don't look at you as like a reflection of themselves. They don't look at you as, or they don't look at you or the kids as precious. They don't look at y'all as a way to continue their existence in their line, because they don't care about that. um yeah, they can't be a leader because they're always in competition with you. Brownie said pre-rolls. As you should, as you should, as the fuck you should, you know. Yeah, I'm probably gonna delete this because I just feel like I'm not even really like making sense right now. That's all I really wanted to say. I just wish black women would expand their mind, expand their life. You know, there's more to life than becoming a statistic. And when I say statistic, I'm not talking about, okay, I'm not talking about just the fact of like if you have a child, you can have a child because you want a child. That's fine. I'm not saying that a man has to be the one to validate you or whatever. Like I said, just make sure that that child is going to be taken care of, because if you're dependent on them to do it, it's not going to get done. Or there's a good chance that it's not going to get done. You just going to be you're going to be at the mercy of, like, okay, whether he is a good guy or not. And most of the time they're not. Like I said, most of the time they're not. Like, say for instance, I would never do this. Well, I'm not gonna say never, but let's just say I go and adopt a child tomorrow. That's because I wanted a child. That's different. It's not just because. You see what I'm saying? And not because I'm going to be looking for somebody else or needing somebody else to do something. Yeah, that's in a perfect world. That's how it will work. They will be doing what they're supposed to do. But at this point, if you know that that's not what they're doing, then what are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Why are you chasing a nigga for daycare money instead of being at school? You see what I'm saying? Like, it, it just needs to stop. That's all I really have to say. And let me look at y'all comments. Um, uh, yeah, you shouldn't have a baby with a man that don't mind seeing you struggle. Exactly. Exactly. Because, like, that's like, for instance, oh, I'm just gonna use the example. This is a stupid example, but let's say you going out of town, you drop your pet off by somebody's house. You To me, before you leave, you should make sure they got more than enough food. Make sure they got more than enough litter, or whatever the case may be. You don't That's fucking trifling for you to have something that's your responsibility, but you acting like you don't want to take care of it, or you trying to make it fall on somebody else. As a man, you should be making sure that she have more than enough. And the fact that you trying to make sure she don't get an extra penny, I these niggas hate y'all. I'm telling y'all. Okay, so most of the ones participating in the conversation don't even have kids. And you know what, Brownie? That's one of the reasons why I ain't hit the panel. The other reason I ain't hit the panel is because, Candy, when you went up there, you said what I was thinking. And when that guy got an attitude with you, you said exactly what I was thinking. How the fuck do you think just because her hair is done and you pay child support that you pay for her hair to get done? And that's like like my brother's wife. When I give her money, I just give her fucking money. You see what I'm saying? Like, when the holiday come, I just send her money. I don't ask her what the fuck she did with it, what she bought with it, because she's taking care of the children. Like, you see what I'm saying? She's their mother. So if she buys them shit, it doesn't matter if she used what I give her to get her hair done, because she's the one that's taking care of them. So that means whatever I give her, that gives her more room to do stuff for the kids. You see what I'm saying? I'm not gonna be like, oh, give me your receipt, show me what you send me pictures of what you bought. That don't make no damn sense. They're living with her. She's in the house with them. She buys their shit, whatever they need. So there's no need for me to follow up with her and be, oh, what you did with that money I sent you for Christmas? Oh, what you did with that money I sent you for his birthday? That's stupid. And like, that's not even my kid. So for somebody to do that with their own child, it just I don't get it. So you said that, oh, and yeah, and the guy had the nerve to get an attitude. And I was thinking, I was like, you know what? That's why I don't argue with them. They never gonna change. I don't know. I guess some of y'all argue with them for fun. Because it's like, you can't honestly expect them to actually like change the way that they feel, either individually or as a group. It's not gonna happen. So arguing with them, it just has to be a hobby. I don't, I really try not to do that. I'm not gonna say I've never done. I just try not to do that. Okay. Gives way to the choose better argument. Yes, and I used to have a problem with the choose better argument, but like I say, at this point, I'm black women got to take the blame for the shit that they're doing, and for the part that they playing in this, and for allowing this shit to keep happening. So I used to only be like, oh, it's just black men, it's black men, it's black men. But at a certain point, if you enabling the shit, and a guy on a panel said that black men get enabled as far as like not having to take the their share of the burden of caring for the child. He said that that's enablement. And somebody, it was one of the females on the panel, had disagreed with him. And I'm like, if a man tell you that's enabling, believe him. Believe him. He not gonna just say that shit. That's like uh, uh I had a I talked about this on one of my other lives, and it was a rant, but it was it was men telling black women that their standards are too low, like actually telling them like y'all are too easily impressed. But it's like, if a man is telling you that, like, to me, that you heard it from the horse's mouth. You heard it from the horse's mouth. And then one time, the boxing scholar, he said something like, that's why I can't really feel sorry for you ladies, because y'all do it to yourself. I forgot what we was talking about, but it was some more stuff like, with people just having low standards. And if it's to the point where black men is telling y'all that y'all easy, if black men telling y'all that, um, I don't know, man. Okay. Okay, so baby mamas are supposed to suffer when a relationship ends. Yeah, I just don't think black men really like black women in general. Period. Okay, the truth is these women don't value themselves. That's true. They don't. They don't. And I guess they feel like, you know, I guess they feel like they just have to settle for what's out here. But who was I talking to? And he said, you don't have to go with this, or this. You can just say no. You can just say no. I'm not going to do it. Don't feel like you just got to pick somebody. And Brownie, I'm glad that you have somebody, that cares about their child. Like my brother, he has two he has two baby mamas, but the second one is his wife. But my brother, he did play the like child support game. He's still like trying to play the child support game. And I feel like, honestly, like, I don't know. I don't know. But one thing you could never say is that he don't come and see his kids. There's nothing you could never say he don't pick up his kids. You can never say he don't buy his kids shit. Like, he's not that type of person. Um so I'm glad that you have somebody that knows that it's his responsibility for the mother of his child to be, cared for and happy and in a healthy state of mind. Okay, so women that love and value themselves don't put themselves in situations where they're disadvantaged or victimized. Yeah, but a lot of people don't know better. And like I said, if a black man telling you that they're being coddled, like their whole life is being coddled, that's something that black women should really take into consideration. And they're used to it. And like I said, people look at black men, like black women look at black men like children. And I'm not gonna act like I was never guilty of it. I've been guilty of it. And I see my mama do the dumb shit. And when I say, I'm not talking about in relation to my father or nothing like that, but I see her do the shit with my brothers. Or she'll try to put stuff on me that should be their responsibility. And it's like, why do you want me to do something that they're supposed to be doing? But she just feel like, oh, I would be able to do it better, or I would be more responsible. I don't understand it. And like I said, I am starting to like agree with black men in the following aspect, like as far as choose better and let him lead. And when I say lead, he ain't gotta lead you. He should at least be able to lead his own goddamn life. But yeah, anyway, um you didn't have kids for the exact reason you're gonna weaponize my child or lock me into poverty. Yeah, I wonder if some guys do that. I heard that some guys do that. um you know I wouldn't be surprised. But my thing is, I just feel like they all just, you know, being careless, and they all act surprised as soon as somebody pop up pregnant. That's the part I don't understand. Soon as he shows you he ain't got you at the forefront, a woman should be moving around. These women think the baby, I guess, finna make him value them. I don't know why they would think that. Huh. You said you was extremely selective when you wanted to have one. Y'all cool together and apart. He might treat you he might treat you a little better since y'all broke up. And like I said, you the one that's taking care of his daughter. Your daughter is living with you. Why would he want you to be wanting for anything? Why would he want you to have to settle for less because he feeling some type of way? Because if you have less, that means your daughter gonna have less. This is, you see what I'm saying? Okay. There are a lot of good fathers who do care about their kids. The ones who talk the most on here aren't them. Okay, yeah, I agree. I mean, I ain't gonna say a lot, but I mean, they got fathers out here. I just feel like at least 80% of them ain't shit. Um, look, he hates you. Yeah. um, yeah, creative solutions. Um, oh no, I can't. Okay, I'm not saying you was arguing with him, but I guess what I'm saying is, no shade. I'm just saying like I, I just think that y'all have more faith in them than they deserve. I just think that y'all kind of naive, and I'm not going like I haven't been naive, but what I'm saying is I think that like for you to try to explain something to them, that's you're giving him or them the benefit of the doubt that they are going to be receptive to like information, or that they're going to use logic, or that they're going to be fair, in the discussion, or that they're going to care about doing the right thing. So I mean, I think all of those assumptions are, generally wrong. And that's why it's a waste of time to even go there with them. Yeah, they are bitter, Brownie. I don't understand. Um yeah, well, my brother definitely been in court a lot about his kids. Uh I do the boxing scholar. I do, because I just feel like, I feel like Maya Angelou, when they show you who they are, believe them. Um, I'm on vertical, so I can't drop the link. Uh, yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's pretty much all I gotta say. Um, yeah, that's pretty much all I gotta say. I just hope black women wake up one day, and if you gonna have a child because you want to have a child and because you can afford that shit. Don't have a child because you think this nigga love you, and all right, that's pretty much it. Yeah, Candy Cane. And then the nigga had the nerve to get disrespectful. And then he said something about she don't need nobody to defend her or speak up for her. She a grown woman. Like, I don't like these niggas. I don't like these niggas because it's like, girl, I don't know. But yeah, I'm rambling now. So um that's pretty much all I had to say. Um that's pretty much all I had to say. Well, anyway, but I hope y'all had a happy Mother's Day. Um, for the mothers, the grandmothers, the aunties, the foster mothers, the foster kitten mothers, the cat mothers, the dog mothers, you know. Um, what you mean? Drop the link, the boxing scholar. All right, I could do that. But you better come up. All right, y'all. I'm about to get off here and give me like 5 minutes because I don't have my computer on. And I'm gonna drop the link because the boxing scholar is acting like he gonna come up. All right. How do I end this? Okay, I don't even know how to end this. All right, see y'all in a minute.